put up a video yesterday entitled, "Please Pray for Charlie Kirk." I've since come to find out that he is indeed passed. He was assassinated. And I took down the video because I just want to be sensitive to his family at this time. And this video peculiarly did show how he was assassinated, and it zoomed in right before it happened as well, which to my mind seems like it was intentionally filmed that way. But I want to say a couple of things about Charlie Kirk and how, as an immigrant from Europe, I've always marveled at him and at his exercise of free speech in America. I think in Europe, people are genuinely scared to speak out about the truth because in Europe, you could be locked up for telling the truth because telling the truth has become a hate crime. And so I've always admired figures like Charlie Kirk and his organization Turning Point USA because of the way that they stood so unwaveringly for free speech, for having debates on college campuses, for being able to defend the right to speak even if you don't agree with what the other person says. And what I want to say is that, in a sense, speech is no longer free even in America because it's come at such a high price. It came at the price of his life. No one should die for what he says, what he believes in. No one. But Charlie died not only for his conservative political views, but also for his conservative Christian views. And even though they lie at the foundation of this country, people are willing to kill, to snuff out speech. I don't know what people really think is going to happen, because I think when you embolden, when you kill somebody like Charlie Kirk, you're just going to embolden his follower base, just as it happened, I guess, with Trump at the rally, with the rally shooting. But back to Charlie Kirk, he loved America and he defended your right to debate against him, your right to hold a different view from him. And in a sense, he did that until his very end. We know that he had a very strong faith, and I am glad to say that we will meet again in heaven. He was outspoken about his faith, and I think in that sense, he was such a witness to us all and such encouragement to be bold about our faith. In many sense, the reason I started this YouTube channel is because of people like Charlie Kirk who are bold about both their faith and their views on this world. But he was never aggressive or mean towards the other side. He just used his mind and his sound reason, of which God gave him plenty. And this was ultimately what got him killed. He didn't deserve to die. And my prayers are with his wife and his kids at this moment. And we know that Charlie will be with the Lord now, but we do pray that his children and his wife are abundantly provided for in this life. I now turn to the shooter. We know that the shooter was not just some amateur. He delivered a kill shot. He was killed through, I believe, a bulletproof vest that he was wearing. So the shot went into his heart, or was aimed for his heart, but went into his neck or something like that. This was clearly well-timed. Charlie was just beginning to talk about the transgender mass shootings. This was clearly somebody, a hired hand, okay? And that is ominous in itself. The shooter's not been found yet. There have been a lot of decoys. Initially, the FBI said, we found the shooter, but now it's transpired that they haven't. In recent weeks, Charlie has actually become concerned, and he shared this concern with friends that he was going to be killed because of his evolving views on the genocide in Gaza. Okay, there's a tweet that I came across that indicated this as well. And I don't want this to sound cliched, but I do feel like this is a turning point in American history. And it's a turning point for us all to consider the alliances that the USA holds, as well as the laws around people being able to threaten violence against other people. Speech can't be free if people are allowed to threaten your speech. And I'm not calling for censorship. I'm not calling for hate speech laws. But people should not be threatened or killed if they're telling the truth or if they're telling their viewpoint. That is the bedrock of America, and that is why, as an immigrant who's been here for 3 years, I've come to love this country. But at the same time, I see the deep flaws and the deep division that this country is going through, and I cannot help to think that there's a greater demonic activity. This is not just people against people. The devil is clearly using people to further that division. And I'll leave it there. But my prayers are with Charlie Kirk's family right now, as well as they are with America and the many people grieving the loss of this great man. And I pray for the healing of this country and for justice to be served. That's it from me.